Testing, 1, 2, 3. I was muted, but I'm not now. Hello and welcome to DWIT 3D Canada. I'm Tim. Welcome this Sunday evening. I think my sound is awesome.
I'm Tim. Well,
yeah, my sound is awesome tonight because we got a much better mic setup than we did last weekend, so shouldn't have any problem with the audio tonight, guys. Hopefully no problems with the video. Hopefully, well, we do have problems with this, but this is a whole... We'll talk about this in a minute or so. Let's say hello to whoever's here on the stream for now. We just put Jerry's sticker up on the wall here. Jerry, you're on the main wall, which is pretty cool. We reserve the main wall just for special stickers. Jerry's not going to be here with us tonight. He's got a family commitment. So yeah, awesome. So who's here and who's here first? Jose Ferreira is here, and we have Tintalon, Jack Black, Russ Gare. Go Turtle. Let's hope so, right? Guy the Jedi, Wiki Central, Nick, Cliff D, Death Cube, Raj D, and Andrew Humphrey, the comedian, class comedians here. David Walton, Frank Arcos. Okay, so far that's it. It looks like we have about 17 people. Happy Easter Sunday, everybody. For those of you that are not here, enjoy the dinner if you're probably having dinner with some family or something. We had a nice little Easter dinner yesterday, and we had a nice little Easter breakfast this morning. And if you're watching, Maria, and you know who you are, the keys are on the kitchen, on the ledge between the kitchen and the stairs. She'll know what I mean. Jimmy Johansson from Sweden. Hello, Sweden. Hello, welcome. Only odd thing on my end, audio not in sync. Really? The audio's not in sync. Let me see if it's in sync here. Let's just see. Not in sync. Let me see if it's in sync here. Let's just see. Looks like it's in sync on my end. So maybe it's, I don't know. That's really weird. So Timor 714 is here too. So cool. So I've been doing some playing with this. The BoxTurtle's working. The BoxTurtle's working, but I think there's something going on. And I don't know if the pros are going to show up tonight. We will see. BoxTurtle's working, but there's some issues going on. I'm going to actually, as I speak, I'm going to heat up this hot end just so we can show what's happening. And maybe somebody on here will be able to help me. I'm going to go to 260 because we're dealing not 2960, 260 because we have ASA in there. Every lane is working, but when I actually go to do a print, I have issues. And I think one of the issues I'm having, oh, thank you, Russ, appreciate that. Audio is good, awesome. Your YouTube is being YouTube then. Yeah, sometimes it falls a little bit out of sync on your end on YouTube. Sometimes restarting the stream or restarting on your end works good too. So, hey, Jose. So, one thing I think is happening is, and I've got to figure out where to set this, is I think that the lanes are pushing, when they load the hot end, I think they're pushing the filament in too hard or too far. Because it's almost, I had to actually disassemble the hot end, the complete hot end yesterday, because there was a filament jam in the extruder gears, and it's like it was mushed in there. And I just think that when it's loading, it's because then I can hear the motor up here going sort of like, almost like it's stressing the motor because it's trying to push it too hard against those extruder gears. So I think that's one of the issues we're having. But just what I'm going to do real quick here is I'm going to heat up this hot end. I'm going to test loading and unloading of the lanes as it is, and we're going to see how that's working. And that has been working for me. But when I go to do an actual print, as I say, and the other issue I've been having is when I go to do a test print, if I switch to this camera right, oh, is this camera even on? No, it's not. Let me flick on this little close-up camera here, and let me pop this over here. Is it on? There we go. Sometimes I have to fiddle with it. So what's happened too is I get this little bit of a shift. So that T is supposed to be in the middle of the turtle. And so what happens is when it's doing its prime tower over there, when it's switching to the color, I get a little bit of a shift. It's not a layer shift in a sense. It's like a hot end, complete hot end shift. It's the weirdest thing. So that to me is something to do with the actual printer versus the turtle setup. So we'll see if we can figure that little part out as well. SBC 3D, hello, hello, hello. So let's heat it up. Let's get the lanes loaded and unloaded to make sure the lanes are working, which I'm sure they're working fine. I did a second one as well here, and again we had again you can see it's not centered. It's too low. No, it's not. Maybe it's not too low, but it's still a little bit off center. So we did have a little bit of a shift issue on that. So did you check the link of the giveaway? It says contest is closed. Oh, thank you for mentioning that. I have not opened the contest yet. I'm going to open it. It takes me literally 10 seconds to go like this and go boom. The link is now open. So thank you for pointing that out, Jose. So if you want to enter to win some Polymaker, the link, which is pinned at the top of the chat, and which is down in the comments, the description, is now open. Thank you, Jose, for pointing that out to me. See, I always forget something when I start my stream, right? So link is open. The link is open. Now, is my X-Stop sensorless? Yes, it is, DeathCube. Oh, and the other thing I have fixed, for those of you that weren't on my, was it Friday or Saturday, where I did a bunch of latency streams just to test. I've gotten the delay as far as when I talk to when you hear me down to 4 seconds. So don't be sorry to interrupt me, Jose, at all. Never, especially when I forgot to open that link. So yeah, so we've got the latency down to under 5 seconds. It's about 4 seconds as far as the latency goes. So we got all that figured out. So we are getting things going. So our hot end is heated. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to load lane. Let's go to the studio camera. Oh, but we got to get that up to where it needs to be, right? I think it was this one here. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and load lane 1. I'm over here, so I've got this on my other screen over here. Oh, I switched screens. That's why. Hang on, I've got to do something a little different here. I switched displays when I was doing my other screen, so hang on 1 second here. So I got to change that to this is meant to be this monitor right here. There we go. That's the monitor I wanted to show you there. So let's just move that over. There we go. So there we go. So we're going to load the lane by hitting the T0 button over here. And so we'll just go back to this camera and show you there. Hey, the Ranch Kid, how are you? How are you? Friday. Okay, so T0. So this is going to go ahead and load lane 1. Please home the printer before, yeah, okay, we got to home the printer before we do anything. It's fussy that way. Yeah, it's all sensorless homing. Okay, we're homed, and then we're going to hit the T0 to load turtle lane 1. There we go. Okay, now we're going to load, and there you'll see that lane 1 is going to go zippy down there. Come on, load. There we go. There goes lane 1 loading. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to load each lane, extrude each lane, and then switch a lane. And we're going to see that all the lanes are working. See, that there, that is loaded. Yeah, see, we just had an error. Tool change, no. I don't know if you heard that, but when it loads, it like goes, and it basically almost sounds like it's straining a bit. But let's go ahead and raise this. Let's see if we can extrude some filament. Let's bring this a little closer so it'll be seen on the camera. We'll bring it over a little more. Okay, so now I'm going to extrude some filament from this lane. No, it's jammed in there. Yep. It is not extruding because there is a jam in the extruder, because what's happened is it has forced the filament so far down in the lane, and I think what's happening is it's caused a clog in there again now. So I'm going to unload that lane, or at least let's see if I can at least unload the lane. Let's see what it does. It's going to cut it, even though there should be nothing there to cut. And my guess is it's going to jam when it tries to unload. I could be wrong. Yeah, it is. No, there it goes. And again, I have this issue here. There we go. That unloaded really far and really fast. Okay. That unloaded so fast that it unloaded totally. Or did I? Oh, it snapped a piece of filament. My filament keeps breaking in here for some reason, so not sure what's going on. That's why I said tonight's going to be a troubleshooting stream. Yeah. Broke my filament completely. Yeah. Okay, well, let's see what's going on. Because I think what's happening, in all honesty, I think what's happening is when the filament's coming down and it's coming into the hot and it's coming in so hard, I can see the PTFE tubes flexing, and I think that's causing a bend or something, causing my filament to break, because this is fresh rolled filament, fresh out of the bag. It should not break. You were allowed to enter the giveaway. Awesome. What about Lois Lane? Oh, you're funny. Hey, Jerry TD, T Jerry 3D. So let's just do that. So we have this lane going in constantly trying to unload now because we have broken filament in here. So I'm going to have to go through and fix this and see what's going on. So give me a sec. I think we have to restart this. Yeah, we have to restart that. Restart Clipper. There we go. And let's go here. And we're going to restart. And there we go. Okay. The lane one's got an error, so I am going to have to see if I can unload the lane. Is there any way to maximize chamber temp in Bamboo P1S? I'm peaking at 50 Celsius in chamber, but layer adhesion on Polymaker ASA isn't great at all. Oh, I've not ever had any problem on my P1S with layer adhesion for Polymaker ASA. Are you just using a straight bed, or are you using an adhesion of any sort? I'm just curious. I'm going to back up lane one. Let's see if I can. And it is not. Let's try again. No, we definitely got a filament jam in here somewhere. So I'm going to pop over here. Let's see if I can get it out of here. Oh, there it is right there. Okay. So the jam seems to be occurring and the break seems to be occurring right at the hub. So I'm going to see what's going on here. It's not bed adhesion issues per se. If I apply slight pressure to the smokestack on a benchy, it comes clean off. Ah, that sounds a little bit like bed adhesion in a sense. It shouldn't come clean off like that on a hot bed. But then again, maybe somebody in chat can address that too. But I've not had adhesion issues. Mind you, I do, call it paranoia, whatever you will. I do use a bed adhesion. I use 3D lac spray or nanopolymer adhesive on my plates regardless, all the time. A clean plate and an adhesion, and I never have problems. Okay. I'm going to grab my little drill bit and chamfer this little, chamfer this PTFE out. Well, you guys discussed that, so. Okay. I'm just over on the other side of the printer here. I'm just basically checking out because there was a little kink in the PTFE tube here going into the hub, and I just want to make sure that I have a clean edge going in here. Something is causing the filament to break at one point along the line. It's not brittle filament. I know that for a fact. Okay, put this, I do not like this mount for the, oh, come on, hang on a minute here. For the, oh man, I'm having brain fart here. There we go, and we'll put this back in here. Okay, there we go. We should be good there. We should be good there. Let's try and load this again and see what happens. But I want to have a peek and see if I can slow down that load towards the end when it gets to the hot end, because I think that's causing some issues. Hey, Clown Hammer. Nice to see you on Jerry's stream yesterday. There we go. Okay. Fixed up lane 1. There we go. Get the PTFE tube back in the hot end. Let's try this load again. Although I've got to heat that hot end up again. That's okay. Heats up pretty quick. Why are you not wanting to connect? Well, let me heat it up here while I'm waiting. There we go. You don't want to connect on my computer for some reason. It does not want to connect here for me for some reason. Maybe I'll have to reboot her again. Let's start it again. Let's start it again. I hope everybody's having a wonderful week. Why do I have to sign into my own stream to chat? That's just weird. Okay, let me find docs. There we are. Cool. Happy Easter, Mike V. Rob H is here. Tuxedo is here. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just checking to see who I missed while I was doing some stuff here. But yeah, if I haven't said hi to you, forgive me. 35 people on. Don't forget, everybody, top of the chat, there's a link to enter Polymaker, to enter draw to win some Polymaker, and it's also in the link in the description. And thank you to Jose, who told me I hadn't opened the contest yet. The contest is now open. We're just doing a hard reboot of the system because I had to reload and fix a PTFE tube on this. But again, I want to find out, there's got to be a setting in the turtle config somewhere which tells me to, maybe I have to recalibrate the lengths of these feeds again, but it is coming into the hot end way too hard. Way too hard. And I think that's causing me some issues. It should stop when it hits the sensor in the hot end, but I think because of the speed it's entering the hot end, it just and I think that's causing me some issues. There's Thunder Keys. Hello, hello. So we're going to try that again. We're going to load up lane 1 again and see. But as I say, I do believe that it is just way too heavy coming in. Now, there Thunder Keys, if anybody would know. Try just reducing Bowden length by 10 to 20 millimeters. Ah, okay. See, and a Thunder Keys, we got the latency down to like 4 seconds. So, or recalibrate. That's what I was thinking, that I have to recalibrate them. But maybe recalibration is what I need, because as I say, it happened yesterday a few times, and I think it's causing clogs in the hot end. When it's loading, it's like coming in very fast. And when it hits, it sort of does it like the motors up top. I can hear them sort of go like they're just being forced to stop. And I think what that's doing is, I think that's pushing filament too far or too hard into the extruder, causing it to not respond, and then the extruder's not going to spit anything out. You ideally want one or so short moves for exactly this reason. If you recalibrate, make sure you hold the turtleneck closed when doing the Bowden length. Oh, I see. Okay. And I didn't do that when I calibrated initially. I did not do anything with the turtleneck, because that's just strictly for a buffer, right? That's just strictly for buffering the filament as you print. And maybe that's what's happening, is when I did the calibration, it wasn't held closed. And so it's got that much more length. I think it thinks it's going, and then it's hitting that hot end extremely hard. So what is the command? Let's just recalibrate them, because they're all loaded. Let's recalibrate. But what is the command for the recalibration? If you guys know, I can look it up, but I'm sure you guys know off the top of your head what it is. But I can always look up the in the manual. AFC calibration. Sounds good. Okay. I like this 4-second lag, because by the time I ask a question, you've typed the answer. This is great. Okay. This thing needs homing every time I do anything. So I'm just going to home this, and then we'll do that recalibration and see if that fixes things. But I will hold the turtleneck closed and the calibration. I did not know I had to do that. Okay. Let's see. AFC calibration here. Let's share this display. AFC calibration. Okay, so the following prompts will lead you through the calibration of your AFC units. First, select a unit to calibrate. All values will be automatically updated in the appropriate config section. Awesome. So we're going to calibrate turtle 1, calibrate AFC Bowden length. Okay, now let me get back. So I need to get back and hold that turtleneck. I basically have to strangle the turtle while I'm doing this. Can hang loose. Yeah, turtleneck, I've got it mounted to the turtleneck holder right now. I'm not a fan of that turtleneck holder, so. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Let me go grab the turtle's neck. Yeah, I'm going to strangle the turtle. Let me grab, actually, I'm going to make it hang loose here for a minute, and then I'm going to do that while I do the calibration. So let's just hang it loose. Hang on a second here. I have a zip tie on it to hold it to that mount. There we go. So we're going to hang the turtleneck loose. I'm going to hold the turtleneck closed while I push this button, calibrate length. So let's switch cameras for you here too. That's what she said. Good one. Let's do the studio mode here. We're going to hold the turtleneck and we're going to click. And, oh, okay, now it wants me to do select loaded lane from Turtle 1 to measure Bowden length. Only calibrate Bowdens using 1 lane per unit. Okay, so we're going to go for lane 1. Here we go. Give me your neck, turtle. And go. Whoops. I'm doing the mouse with the left hand. There we go. Okay, here we go. I am strangling the turtle. There we go. Working our way down. Mm-hmm. You remove TN2 now, able to calibrate, noise cancellation is working well, and switch lanes. Noise cancellation is working well on my mic, yeah. I got this mic, I did a lot of stuff with my microphone, guys. So, there we go. We're in the hot end. And there goes. Now we got to do lane 2. Oh no, we only have to do the 1 lane, right? See, and during the calibration process, I don't know if you noticed that, lane 1 had no problem rewinding. And we've been having those problems with rewinding. So I only have to do that with the with 1 lane as far as the calibrating. Now I got an... So how come I'm getting an error now that says malformed command, AFC Cali comp, Cali equals Bowden length lane 1. So what is that? What the heck does that error mean? Right here. Known error will be fixed in the future. Okay, so just ignore that basically is what you're telling me. It is harmless. Okay. These harmless errors scare the crap out of me because it's like, what did I screw up now? And I'm not up to date. No, I haven't done any updates yet. I'm afraid to update stuff on this. I'm telling you, every time I update something on Clipper, something else breaks. Okay, so we got the lane calibrated. Okay, so that should calibrate all the lanes. Now we can go ahead and try and load the lane again, I suppose. So I'm going to crank up the temperature to 260 because we are using ASA. And we will try and load the lane again, and let's see if we have the same issue or not. So we have, as I say, yesterday I had a major, on Jerry's stream, I had a major jam in the hot end. It's like the filament was like mushed in there, and it was like a big pancake or something. So I had to tear apart the whole hot end to clear that jam. So, oh, and hello, Jimmy. I didn't see Jimmy. I'm glad you're here. Thank you. And Brent Ferguson from Texas is here. Armor 3D Printing is here. Wow. Everybody's here. I appreciate everybody being here. Oh, and the other thing, I know Jimmy and Thunder Keys were a little after getting on, but I also had some issue with, can you tell me what's wrong with this? Something shifted while it was doing the prime tower. So I don't know what shifted. Now that's obviously a Voron error or something to do with my setup and nothing to do with the turtle, but that shifted big time. T should be in the middle. So, yeah. Maybe during the cut, possibly. Yeah, I guess that's a possibility too. Well, let's see what happens here. We're at 255. I'm going to load T0. I'm going to test the lanes. I want to load them. Let me raise this just so we can see some filament extruding. I'm going to switch to this view. Okay, I'm going to load T0 now. Let's see how this works. See how this sounds. Oh, much better. I'm not getting that motor sound up top where it goes. Interesting. Now see if we can extrude anything. My extruder's having an issue here. That's not good. I wonder if I screwed something up when I rebuilt my extruder yesterday. Let me check. Let me check and see if I screwed something up. Maybe I got this too loose. Let's see if this does anything. What is going on? No, something screwed up in my extruder. A divot ground in your filament. Yeah, I'm going to pull this out and see what's going on. Let me cool it down. I got to pull this out for a minute. Told you this is going to be a troubleshooting stream, guys. There's too many things happening, and you know what? Many hundred moons ago, I would have given up on this. Yeah, I'm not even hitting the hot end in here. There's probably something still jammed in here from the last time I tried to load. I'm not giving up on this thing. There's many a day where I would have given up in frustration, but no, I've learned a lot of patience lately, so I'm not giving up on this thing working. I'm going to see what's going on in the hot end. Troubleshooting stream. Should Andrew and I be worried? Yeah, maybe. Time for knock logger. What the heck is knock logger? It sounds like a beer. Time for a beer. Okay, I'm just going to, while this is cooling down, pop these 2 screws out. I want to see what's going on inside here. There's going to be no apologizing on this stream for, not getting this print going, because this is just the reality of what it is. And it's the reality of live streaming. And if I did a video of this, I mean, of course I would cut out all the trouble I'm having and I would just post the results, the good results. So this way, at least people can see that not everything runs perfect as it should be, Maybe power down before unplugging stuff. Oh yeah, I'm not unplugging yet. I'm just, I'm inspecting the filament path exactly, and I am cooling the hot end down before I unplug. Yeah. Oh, I will power down for sure. Don't worry about that. I'm just pulling screws out in advance. I can pull screws out. I'm just not going to unplug the actual unit until I cool down, because I'm still at 137 and I don't want to get any heat creep up there and cause me even more problems. So I'm letting it cool down a fair bit before I unplug. But I'm just getting ready to pull it out. Yes. So we will let it cool down just under 100. We should be okay. I just don't want, as I say, I don't want to burn myself. It's cool enough now for not getting heat creep, but it's still a little bit too hot to touch. Turn on park cooling fan to make it cool down faster. I suppose that would help. Let's see. 100% park cooling fan. See if that drops the temperature any faster. It does too. Wow, that's a good little tip there, Tuxedo. That's a great tip. It is cooling down a little quicker. We're down at 99 now. I just like these lights. I wish I could keep these lights on when I power down so that I can see things, but that's okay. I have Matter of fact, while that's cooling down, let me find my secret. I don't even know where I put it. Where's my little portable light? And by the time I find it, that'll be cooled down a fair bit. Oh, I think I know where I put it. I think I put it right over. You're a liar, Tim. You didn't put it over here. Where is that light? I have a lot of lights, but yeah, anyways, it's okay. I'll find it when the stream's over. Huh. Oh, there it is. I found it. I have this little guy that'll help light up my... I think it's got lots of charge to it. Yeah, 85% charge. This will light this up while I look at it. Okay, 55 degrees, I think we're fine. So we're going to go ahead and shut this down. Okay, here we go. This light makes a big difference. So we can pull off the front here. This is no problem here with this guy. And let's just grab my smaller driver here. Now there's no filament into here, so this, whatever the issue is going on is going to be in here. It's going to be in the extruder itself. You usually find things when you're looking for the next thing you need. Is that not true for everybody? Okay, so let's go ahead and quickly unplug. Get this out of the way. Let's get the hot end out of the way, and there's nothing clogging the hot end, nothing impeding with the operation of the cutter. This should all be good. So we are in here that we have to do some inspecting on. So I don't see anything off the bat. I can't even see in it really. There's no filament coming out of here, so there's something in the extruder itself that's giving me an issue. So let's just pull this off. Pull this off. I always have a hard time unplugging this cable. I would love to have a, whatchamacallit up here, a, frig, I can't think of the term. You know what I mean, just the USB cable. Man, that's hard on my fingers. Let me grab something just to get this plug out. Just to assist me. There we go. That's better. Hey, one raz. Okay, so we unplug that, and then I just have to undo these cable chain screws, and we'll pull this off and see what's going on. I did this yesterday too. Obviously, I know I built it back correctly, but we could have some more filament jammed in here because it was pushing it in way too hard. I just dropped a screw in here, that's all. There we go. Well, if anything, you're getting a clinic on troubleshooting a hot end, a stealth burner. What the heck, right? Okay. And we'll just take, oh, not the wrong one, this one here. Come on. Okay. And in here. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and have a look at this, see what's going on. Whoops. Blinded by the light. Oof. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, that is bright. Hang on. What the heck is going on there? And if you see that thing flickering, oh man. That's better. I've got a faulty HDMI cable connected to this camera. It's very finicky. Oh, right there we go. Okay, well, let's pull this apart and see what's going on inside here. I can't really see anything visible from here. If I pull this down, yeah, you can kind of see. You can see there's an issue in there. It's hard to see on this camera. Right there. See, there's some filament jammed right there. Well, there is something jammed in here. Revved up like a deuce, another runner in the night. It's a great song. It's a great band. Now, I don't think... Maybe I can pick that out. I'm going to try. Right there, you can see it's pink filament or something that's jammed in there. Okay, so that could be the issue. Let's see if I can pick that out without taking this apart. If I have to take it apart, not a big deal. I just don't want to... I don't want to not fix it right and then have to do it all over again. So let's just do it right this time. So let's grab my little picker tool. Let's see if I can pick this out. Where am I? Where am I? Right under here. No, that is jammed. That is jammed pretty tight. Okay, looks like we're going to have to take this apart. Hey, but hey, this is a great little exercise in showing you how to take apart a stealth burner tool head. Or a, not a stealth burner. This part's called what? What's this part called again? Hey, Damascus, clockwork too. Thank you. The clockwork. I call the whole thing the stealth burner. Stealth burner is actually, I believe, this piece that plugs onto it. Technically, that's the stealth burner. This is the clockwork too, and then we have the hot end. Shows you what I know. Anyways, let's take this apart and see what's going on here. Oh, did I say hi to Maker Mindset yet? If I missed saying hi to you guys, I apologize. I'm kind of focused down on getting this thing all sort of straightened out and fixed. Got a jam in here. And I think it was because the turtle was trying to force its filament into the hole too hard. Is that the same extruder as the mini stealth burner and afterburner? I don't know. I don't think so. One more screw. And we'll pull this apart and see what's going on here. There we go. Oh, I've got to take... so we got this part off. Yeah, it's not jammed in here. This piece is okay. It's in further and deeper. I need to get this board off of here. Okay, let's pop this off. Let's get this board off. We're basically going to rebuild the rebuild the clockwork. But you're not taking it personally, Steve Alpha. Okay, good. I'm glad. Okay, we'll take this off. Unplug the extruder. Here we go. Okay, now this is going to all pop apart nicely, and oh, there's right there. You can kind of see the issue. Big piece jammed right in here. All that little piece there causes all these problems. Look at that. Okay, so I'm going to take a wire brush whilst I got this apart. I'm just going to clean these teeth out. Okay. Those are nice and clean now. And these ones, oh, there's a little bit in here, not much. Okay, that's good. Everything else, just checking everything else. Everything else looks like it's, nothing else is wrong. Everything else is clean. So we'll just reassemble this real quick here. Same gear kits. Okay, let's put this back together. Okay, you in there. We've got you in here. You get to go up here. Okay. There we go. Okay. Get this put back together. Check my thingamajigger screw there. It looks like it's about, I could probably loosen that off a hair. My anti-thingamajigger screw, they call it. We'll just adjust that. We'll adjust that afterwards anyways. Okay. These things are pretty easy to take apart and reassemble when need be. That's wrong screw for that. And that said, you just gotta remember which screw is which, you know. So, but why are you not focusing? There you go. Don't spend a day chasing problems when you can spend 30 minutes rebuilding your extruder. There you go. That's the wrong screw for that one too. Man. Where does that long one go then? You must go... The heck? Let's see, this one goes here then. Oh, this is the one that goes here. This is the one that holds the corner of the motor. Aha, there we go. Process of elimination. And then you are going to be loosen that guy up just a hair. There we go. And you're the one that goes down in here right here. Aha. Now we got it. Okay. Then we're just going to put our board back in. So I like to plug in my motor plug first because it's a very tight fit. Okay, and then we have the two screws for this. little spacer underneath. Get the screw in the right place. Sorry, the bolt. Come on. I'm making it more difficult than it should be, trust me. There we go. Board goes back in here. Okay, plug our filament sensor back in, like so. And we should be good to put this back together onto the printer. Okay. Gonna make you all dizzy. Give you a blackout first. Move this here. This darn cable, I tell you. Yeah, that cable's giving me a pain in the butt. Going to be a pain in my butt. There we go. Okay. "51 people watching, 25 likes. Everyone give me a thumbs up." Yeah, come on, guys. Doing my best here. I know it says that I'm going to be... Oh, it is titled a troubleshooting stream, and we are kind of troubleshooting here, so... Yeah, that's kind of a terrible view. Let's go back to this. All I'm doing is reassembling this little guy anyway, so... Let's move this camera out of the way. Let's move that out of the way. There we go. Keep the light on, though, so I can see what I'm doing. Stop sitting on it. Stop sitting on what? Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, those are in. That's in. We'll plug put our drag chain back on. And hopefully this is going to solve any issues we are having. Do not drop the screw. Oi, oi, oi. It's just me that has trouble with these tiny screws. Probably. The HDMI cable, that is a pain in the butt. CAN bus, that's what I was thinking about before, is that rather than have all these wires, I have a CAN bus system here. I just don't know enough about it as far as how to install it on the hot end. So, but I have one. Big Tree Tech sent me a CAN bus system, but I don't know how to put it on. One of these days I will. But this is not a CAN bus stream, so there we go. Drag cable chains back on. Gonna plug all our wires back in. There's the big one. There's the little one. Apparently CAN bus is pretty easy to use, so. Okay. Now, the fun part for me, plugging in my hot end wires. Let's do this one first. This should go easy. I've done this enough. Okay. We need the heater. Or is this the thermistor? I don't know. All I know is that there, that one's easy. And I think this is the thermistor with the red stripe. Go in relatively simple here. Famous last words. This should be easy. Actually, I like to give myself a helping hand. There it is. Got it. Okay, good. Those are in. That's in. Okay. Now we can put our stealth burner cover back on. Honestly, I like to run into some issues when building something. I learn much better that way. It is all just works that will have no idea how to fix it. Yeah. Like this happens. It's an honest to goodness issue. I've screwed something up here. I'm misaligned here. What an idiot. Come on. I misaligned. There we are. There we go. I was a little bit out of alignment. There we go. And there we go. It is equals if it. Okay, I can actually turn this on now. I'm not unplugging anything. Let's turn the printer back on. Get her started up while I put these screws back in. Don't forget, guys, if you're here, pinned at the top of the chat, enter to win Polymaker. We're going to be doing that draw in about, half hour or so. Okay, and of course I'm missing one little, I'm not missing the screw, it's still sitting in the cover. Good. I was going to say, of course I'm missing a screw, but no, I'm not. Nothing worse than putting something like this all back together and you find a spare screw that wasn't there before. I know, Turtle, you don't want lane number 1. It's fully loaded. You're going to go and do the whole unload process, aren't you? Well, I've got news for you. I can just cut you off. Okay, there's the hot end rebuilt. We're good. Okay, let's just give this thing a little assistance here. There we go. Let's give it a little bit of assistance here. Now, the one thing I didn't check, and I'm going to have a quick check on, I should have done it before I assembled the whole thing, is I just want to check my extruder tension here. Oh yeah, that's okay. That should be fine. That should be fine. Okay. Okay. Also eject lane 1, make sure it has no divots. Yes, I will definitely do that. I just didn't want it to go for 10 minutes while it was bringing all that filament back up from the hot end. Okay, we're connected. We'll turn our case light on so we can see what we're doing here. Eject. Lane 1 loaded and tool head can't unload. BT lane eject. Let's just bring lane 1 all the way back then. Okay, let's just check the filament. And I do find there's a little break right there. Oh, okay, there, that was a, let's just see what's going on here. I wonder if my tool head, I wonder if my Wonder if I'm squeezing the filament too much in the BoxTurtle in the extruder in there. Okay, we're all loaded, locked and loaded, ready to go. I'm going to just loosen this a little bit in lane 1. There we go. Why is that moving? That should not be moving. Damn. My whole... That should not be moving. And this one's moving too. Hang on a sec. Unset lane loaded. Okay. But there's something loose in there. Oh, come on. That whole thing is loose. That whole lane thing is loose. Or is that just the... Nope, something's loose in there. Yeah, I think the screws are loose enough. I don't want to dump my rolls. Man, well, I got to do what I got to do, right? Let's unload the lanes. Let's just unload the lanes and see what's going on there. That is way too loose. Way too loose. Oh, man. Do I have a long strip of Velcro? No. I know what you're thinking. I could Velcro them in so I could turn it over. That's a great idea. Let's see, though. Hang on. I don't have a long strip of Velcro, but I do have... give me a second here. Oh, did I get rid of them? Ooh. Oh, I thought I had them. I have a really long, I mean a really long zip tie here. I must have got rid of them. Yeah. I had some like 4-foot long zip ties that I could have used to do that. A bungee, I don't have anything like that in here. I could run a bunch of zip ties, but by the time I do that, I could just pull all these lanes out. Let me just do that. It'll be much quicker. I can get these lanes ejected pretty quick. Not bad, not hard at all. The time I spend looking for something, these will be out. Just like that. But I like that idea for a long bungee or something like that, or Velcro. A spool locking rod maintenance mod in the near future. That's a great idea. Oh, another reason it should have an enclosure. Yes. Okay, let's see what's going on. I think it's just some loose screws underneath. I don't even think I need to unplug it or anything. I'm just gonna tip it up and see what's going on here. And yeah, this one was a little bit loose. Yeah, okay. One more to check here. Yeah, they were a little bit loose. I'm just going to snug everything while I'm under here. They were, a matter of fact, a little bit loose. Vibration probably wouldn't hurt. Throw some blue Loctite on these things. There we go. Okay, there we go. Okay. We're cool. We're good. Some clipper screen magic for managing BoxTurtle. Yes. Yes. I've got a nice big screen here. Let's load. I'm just going to load these lanes up again. We're going to see if we can fire them up and get them going. Okay, there's lane 1. Lane 2. Lane 3. I think I am the only one that's been having so much difficulty with this thing so far. At least I'm the only one that's doing it live and having so much difficulty with it. I don't know if other people, other builders or other makers or other streamers have had issues with it and they've just been fixing it off stream, but hey, I don't know. I don't mind. I don't blame the BoxTurtle, I blame my inexperience. Check the extruders while I'm there. They were all pretty good. I think number lane 1 was a bit tight. Okay, there we go. Let's get the hot end heated, 260. Let's try this again. We calibrated the Bowden tube length again properly while strangling the turtle. So hopefully everything goes good now. We have a clear extruder. Oh, let's put the PTFE back in here. Make sure everything's connected on the back like it should be. Yep. I did find, while I was working last week on this, I did find one of my, wrong camera. I did find one of my PTFE tubes from the extruder to the hub was a little too short because it kept popping out. So I recut that and put a new one in there. It's the master shredder. It's master shredder. Yeah. That's why I told people last week, don't base your decision to get a turtle or not on what you're seeing on my stream. I'm just having some issues. And the issues are, a lot of the issues are, what's that acronym? Between the computer and the, so the issues are here. Some of them. So that's okay. Check my DMs. I will. Are we speaking message or are we speaking Patreon, Discord? I got a Discord message. Here we go. There we are. Okay, perfect. Thank you. I will do that. We'll do that in a minute here, maybe. Okay. Okay, we are, oh no, we got to home everything again. Let's home everything again. Printer seems to like to be homed every once in a while. Go watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles after the stream. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're up to temperature. We're going to raise this up a little bit. And let's see if we try to load lane 1 now. 1 lane for each Ninja Turtle. Let's load lane 1. Lane already loaded. No, you are not already loaded. Okay, then let's unload. Let's just fake it until lane 1's unloaded. We'll unload it. I know it's going to push the filament back out. Okay. There we go. Push it all back out. There we go. Now you're going to give me an error on lane 1. And let's load it. Let's load it up again. Okay. Now you're unloaded. Now we'll load lane 1. There we go. Cross his fingers. Yeah, me too. Toes, fingers, eyes. There we go. Okay. Now let's try extruding. Oh my goodness, we have filament. Here we go. And let's extrude 50 more. Okay, we have filament coming out. Oh, stop it, you dumb camera. I know. Hang on. There we go. This camera's got electrical issues. Not electrical issues, but there we go. So we're extruded. Okay. Lane 1 is... Now we're going to go T2. Or T1. It's going to cut the filament. Let's see if it unloads it successfully. Pull it up. Pull it up. There it is. Good. And I don't even have to assist the lane. Oh, I do have to assist the lane. That's an issue I have to deal with. Lane 2 loading. Want to say your thing?
Are you live right now?
Of course I'm live right now. Get over here. Step over here. Look into that camera.
So.
Okay, I've got to extrude from this lane. You got to say it or not.
Hit that like button and subscribe.
Exactly. Exactly. See, you're live.
Can I have your car key, please?
The car key's up on the shelf between the kitchen and the stairs.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Enjoy sushi.
I'm gonna shout out one person.
Who are you going to shout out? You can say hi to everybody. Mark Flanagan. You can say Tuxedo,
Hello,
Ikion, Clownhammer. Oh, you just like that name, Clownhammer. I think he just likes your name. Okay, let's go back to this guy. We've loaded lane 2. We're going to extrude from lane 2, 50, 100. And we have successful extrusion. Yeah, Dad, can I have the car keys? Yeah, right. Okay, lane 2 is extruding. Okay, and we got 100 millimeters out of lane 2. Okay, now we're going to hit T2 to unload lane 2 and load lane 3. Okay, we're going to cut. And we're going to rewind lane 2. I look here to see if the filament comes out cut right here. And successful. Here we go. No problems rewinding this. I got to figure out why this one's not rewinding so well. I think it's something to do in the build. And there we go, loading lane 3. Lane 3 always gave me trouble. It would not extrude, and I think it's because it was pushing it too far into the extruder. That's much better. I'm not hearing any backup of motors, nothing going on here. Okay. Let's go ahead and extrude this one, 100 millimeters. And we have extrusion. Good. That's a good sign. Spooler wheels might be slipping on the shaft. That's what I thought. I rebuilt it. I took it apart and rebuilt it, but what I may end up doing is just reprinting all the parts and rebuilding it a new one. Just there's something going on. That's pink that we're supposed to be getting. Let me just extrude 50 more. There we are. There's the pink coming now. We've got a string stuck there. There we go. Okay. Lane 3, perfect. Okay, we're going to hit T3 to unload lane 3 and load lane 4. So we're cutting. There we go. And we're looking for filament to come up here successfully, which it never would before in this lane. There we are. Here we go. So far, so good, guys. One more lane to test, and then we'll try a print. Although I want to get that, clipper screen thing loaded. And here comes lane 4. Lane 4 is coming around the bend. Lane 4 is lane 4. And the winner is lane 4. Okay. And back here, we'll extrude some filament from lane 4. Should turn from pink to blue, which looks like it is. Okay, all 4 lanes have done. So what we'll do is we'll unload lane 4 now. Once it's done, let me do 50 more just to be sure. We'll unload lane 4, and then we will start that print and see what happens. Although I think, yeah. Or the motor gears aren't meshing. Had to reprint mine. Okay. Well, the thing is, with that one on mine, I have them here. I use the printed gears instead of the gears that were supplied in the LDO kit, which were the nylon gears. And so, because I didn't realize they were going to supply those gears till after I built the thing and I found them. So, okay, we have extrusion here. Blue lane is good, so rather than switch back to, well, we could switch back to lane 1, but we know it's going to work. So I'm just going to go ahead and unload, do an unload macro for lane 4. So we're going to go BT tool unload. It's going to go ahead and cut, and it's going to unload lane 4. And this will test that the unload is working fine too. So I think, and there it goes. Perfect. I think the root of my problem has been that I was pushing too much filament from the turtle into the hot end because I didn't choke the turtle. I didn't hold the turtleneck when I was doing the calibration. The printed gears work better, tighter fit. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, so we're fully unloaded. Let's go ahead and try a test print, shall we? Again. Now, everything should be okay in the test print. The only thing I want to do in the test print is I want to see if I can make that purge tower a little smaller. Sorry, guys. I'm sitting back on my stool, but I do have a rib injury, and I'm trying to stay out of pain. Okay, so here we have our test model. Okay, we have our filaments loaded. Now, I want to just go through. I'm going to pull this over to this screen. Okay, so I'm going to pull this over to this screen here, this display here. So there's our model. Oh, that hurts. So yeah, thanks, Tuxedo. Yeah, if anybody's ever sustained rib injuries, you know how much they hurt. Breathing, the worst thing is sneezing. Try not to sneeze. But I'm on painkillers, so I'm okay. So I do have a small change in my number 4. Number 3 is actually pink. So we're just going to change that to pink. But they are all Polylite ASA. Okay, so now, I think it's under my multi-material tab. Prime tower enable. I'm going to change the width of the prime tower to 30 millimeters because I don't think I need that big a prime tower. And that's fine. Can I change the location of the prime tower? Is there a way to change the location of the prime tower to move it, say, to the front of the bed? as opposed to the back of the bed. Laughing hurts too. Yes. Thunderkey says, yes, there is a way to change it. Just drag it. Oh, pff. What an idiot I am. Of course I can change the location of the prime tower. Okay, I'm just having brain farts here. I blame the pain. Right through here. I blame the pain. Oh my God. Okay. It's not going to be much of a distinction between the pink and the red there, but that's okay. That's yes. Okay. So I'm going to take the prime tower. We're going to move it down here. I want to move the prime tower here. Actually, I want to move the prime tower right here. Perfect. Okay. Let's slice the plate. It's a 1 hour and 18-minute print. That's fine. We're going to print. We're going to send, upload to the slicer, to the upload. There it is right there. Actually, I'm going to cancel that for a minute. I'm going to, where are we at? We're at 619. I'm going to preheat the bed to 100 because we do want the bed going to 100. You guys notice what I did based on what somebody said, do as I say, not as I do, but I upped it to 80%. I blame the painkillers. Yeah, I'm on actually an interesting painkiller. It's the ones I'm on are from Jamaica, and they are called Novartis. No, Cataflam. Cataflam. Apparently, it's a pretty wicked painkiller and seems to work. But no matter how many painkillers you take, rib pain, you still feel it. All it does is numb the pain down a fair bit. So, yeah. So, of course, they mounted a targeting cam to it. Yeah, so I upped my heater to 80%, and it's been working pretty good so far, but it heats the bed a lot quicker. So, yeah, the hot end's going to want to go to 260. That's the one thing. The hot end wants to go to 260, but then right away it goes back down to 150 to do the quad gantry leveling in the bed mesh. So I'm going to look into that after and see if I can change something in there that says just go to 150. We don't necessarily need to go to the printing temperature right away, although it doesn't hurt. It just takes a few seconds because it's pretty quick to do its thing. So meanwhile, let's start this print. The bed's going to heat up anyways. There we go. Let's get this going and see what we got. Go to Machine tab, Start Settings. Ah, okay. Makes you a zombie. Yeah, exactly. I'm a little bit lightheaded right now with the painkillers, but that's okay. I'm able to function. That's the main thing. So I got a chiropractic appointment again tomorrow, and I told him, do not do that same adjustment you did to me last time because it was a chiropractic adjustment that put me in the pain I'm in. But it did help the initial issue. So what do? Push the like button, guys. In about 10 minutes, we're going to do a draw for some Polymaker filament. In about 10 minutes, if you haven't entered, up on the top right here, pinned to the top of the chat, right about there, is a link to enter to win some Polymaker. And it's also, there's a link in the description. It is open, and we already have, I'm going to tell you how many people have entered. We have 47 entries. 47 entries, and there are 63 people watching right now. So 47, 63, 57, 67, 5, 13. 17 of you have not entered. So there we go. That's my math. That's my quick math. 17 of you have not entered. So good. Brent Ferguson did. Good. Good. Mark Flanagan, how did I get hurt? Snowshoeing accident about 10 years ago. I did a rib injury. I suspect that has something to do with what's going on. I have a problem with my ribs out of place on my back, which is causing some snapping when I make certain movements. I went to the chiropractor. He said we needed to do an adjustment on them to get the whole basically rib cage back in place. When he did that adjustment, my entire rib cage felt like I got hit by a truck, and it's been in pain for 6 days now. So, yeah. Yep. So we'll see what happens. But the snapping on the back is not as frequent. It feels like somebody's pulling an elastic and it snaps. That's happening to my tendons or whatever in the back because the ribs are out of alignment. Long story short. Okay, we are up to 70 degrees on the bed. 30 more degrees to go. We'll get this print going. We're going to see if I have that shifting issue. For those that just joined, I did try this test print yesterday. We had a little bit of a, oh, that's weird. Look at that ghosted image. Isn't that something? Woo! That's the A10 Mini doing that. Ooh, look at that. But you can kind of see, oh, that's actually really, there. So you can kind of see, I like that. That T is supposed to be in the middle of the turtle. A trippy. That T is supposed to be in the middle of the turtle here. Okay. And it shifted. So something caused a shift on that. So we'll see if that's fixed now that we fixed everything. Who knows what's causing that, but that just started happening yesterday. So, but otherwise, this thing started printing really nicely, you know. Otherwise it was going good. Look at all those C waves in the turtle there. That's not gyroid infill. That's C waves. Ooh, that's trippy when you do that. Cataflam. That's exactly what I'm taking is cataflam. Same thing as Voltaren. It's a T-turtler. It's a T-turtler. It is a T-turtler. And yeah, that cataflam's a prescription in Canada. Apparently in Jamaica, it's not a prescription. So cool. But I've taken one. We'll see what happens. Yesterday, I'm not going to say what I took yesterday. It's too embarrassing. But it helped a little. It's catflamin. It's not an opioid. No. I will not, I wouldn't, unless I absolutely have to in my life, I would never take opioids. Voltaren cream off the shelf. Okay, cool. I'm okay right now. Next 2 weeks are going to be challenging. I'm working the business alone. My business partner's on holidays. So I am at the shop alone for 2 weeks. Scary stuff. So, okay, we're almost there. We're at 87 degrees. This bed takes, the fact that I've got all the enclosures off too. Oh, see, just reaching over there did that. The fact that I got all the enclosures off is not helping the bed heat up any faster. So, was it something else from Jamaica? Hey, maybe, man. You never know, man. Tequila. Oh, I have some, I like black Zambuca. I have some black Zambuca upstairs. Maybe I'll have myself some Zambuca later. Mix some Zambuca with some painkillers. That'll relax me. Okay, we're just approaching 90 degrees on the bed. It's getting to the point where it's just, you can't quite keep your hand on it too long. I know I shouldn't put hand oils there where I'm going to put my prime tower, but we'll be fine. The liver of a blowfish. I'm printing with ASA. Yes, I am. Polylight ASA. Hey, and after we get this going, well, I'm going to look at that Thunder Keys, what he sent me here. That's I'm interested to try that. I'll have to download that on my pewter. Shouldn't I put the panels back on? Eventually I will. I'm glad I didn't have them on when I'm rebuilding the Hotend because they're just a pain in the butt. I'll put them back on eventually. But for ASA, because I'm only printing a tiny little piece like this, it's not really going to affect it too much, if at all. So I'm not worried about that. I need the suite from Dune. I don't remember Dune. This is ASA. Polylight ASA. And we're at 97, so we're going to be starting up here shortly. Let's switch to this view here so we can watch what goes on up here, and then I will also look at this one and we will get a look at when it starts printing. The still suite. I saw the old Dune movie. I never did see the new Dune movie. And we're at 99.1. So here's a look at what's going on with the heater. There we go. And it started. Here we go. We're going to home. We're going to do a quad gantry level. We're going to do a mesh level. And then hopefully we're going to get a print going out of this thing finally. Good movies. I've never seen the second Dune, Mark, the newer one. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we're cooling our hot end down to 150 for the leveling, for the quad gantry and the mesh. Oh, I didn't know you could do that on Clipper screen. Look at that. Where my I can touch the screen, my image, and it brings my print full frame. I didn't know I could do that. I just accidentally did that. Cool. Anyways, I'm just a rookie. I'm just a rookie. Here, we'll bring this closer here for when it's ready to go. Okay. Down to 160, and we're going to do our leveling. I'm just trying to think of things I can talk about. How are my belt tensions? My belt tensions aren't bad. That one's a little... I think that's okay. I'm not going to play with my belt tensions at this point in time until I do some more tuning. Here we go. Let's get some quad leveling going on here. 196.5. 196.8, 196.9, and oh wow, that was way off. Which motor is having the largest adjustment? It looks like this one. There we go. There we go. We're almost there. We're at 0.04. This makes fast work of it, though, this macro you gave me. Do a belt tension on Z4 when you get a minute. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now we're just heating up our hot end. Let's get some printing going. I do too, Tuxedo. I do too. I'm with you. Gunpowder. Come on. Give me some. Come on. Everybody on your screen. Come on. We're going to do this. We're going to do a draw after this starts. I'm going to let this start, then we're going to do a draw. If you haven't entered for some Polymaker Filament yet, right over this way, pinned at the top of chat, or down in the description, there's a link to enter. Enter now or forever hold your keyboard. Sending good juju. Thank you, Brent. Okay, we are at temperature, 260. It's just going to settle for a second. And we're going to, there we go. Okay, lane 1 is loading. I just have to pay attention when lane 1 unloads because I do need to figure out why it's not unloading or not spooling properly, but that's fine. That's a minor issue right now. Okay, so we're going to start the print here. There's our purge line. And here goes our purge tower. Okay, we're purging all the blue that was in there before, and we are into the green. There we go. Try your best to stay up this time. There you go. Okay, well, I'm going to close the draw in 2 minutes. So 2-minute warning for the draw, you guys. If you haven't entered the draw to win the Polymaker Filament yet, again, there's a link at the top of the chat, and there's also a link in the description. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to fill it out. Then we're going to close the entries, and then we're going to do a draw. There we go. Get her done. Just entered the drawing. Good. You're there on just on time. So anybody that hasn't entered, I'm giving you a few minutes to enter. I keep forgetting I got to raise my Z on this, and I got to raise my Z by 0.5 to 0.1, and I think it's to 0.101, 110 for my Z. I keep forgetting to hit save config after I adjust my Z, but I will, because I usually have issues before I end up saving my config. And that Z looks much better now. There we go. Okay, another minute, and I'm closing the draw. 1 minute, and the draw is closing. You're giving us the Steve Builds 3 seconds? Yeah, there we go. Giving you 1 more minute, and that's a Canadian minute, right? So with the tariffs, that's 135% less, or something like that, with the 1 minute. Let's see, yeah. Just want to double check my Z here, and I think we're okay. Yeah, I think we're pretty good. I could probably go another 0.01 on it. There we go. Just made it. Good one, Armor 3D. Do it. Speaking of tariffs, will us and the EU be affected? I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't. I do know that we can now in Canada buy bamboo printers a heck of a lot less expensive than they can in the US. So, that's a nice Z right there. Okay, perfect. My motors are loud. Are they warm? No, they're just loud. Finally, something cheaper in Canada, I know. Go on to Bamboo's site and check out the US prices versus the Canadian prices. Your jaw will drop. It's incredible. We can still get an A1 Mini for $249, and I believe it's like $290 or $3 something in US for them. So it's crazy. It's really crazy. I need a nozzle cam. Oh, speaking of nozzle cams, I need my nozzle light on. Hang on. Here, I'll turn the white light on the nozzle. There we go. Why is it green? I said white. There we are. Keep forgetting to turn my nozzle light on. I don't have macros for the nozzle light, so. Okay, we are printing a turtle. Here, zoom in on, let's see what the turtle's doing. There we go. Okay, we're going to close the draw here. I gave you plenty of warning. Draw is officially closed. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab the names while this is printing. Okay. We're going to download all the results. And we're downloading. Okay. I'm going to open the spreadsheet. I'm going to grab all the names, YouTube names. There we go. We have, how many entries did we get today? Whoa, slow down. We have 58 entries. Awesome. We're going to copy. There we go. Okay, we're printing. I just want to see this filament color change happen, then we'll do the draw. Then we'll do the draw. Because I'm sure you all want to see this filament color change happen. I know I do. It's either going to work or it's not. We got a couple layers to go in the green though before we do a filament change. I hope it's cereal time for me tonight. That would be nice. I hope so. So far, so good. The only ugly looking part was when I didn't adjust my Z offset here, but that's taken care of. I'm not even gonna, I always pick my purge line off while it's printing. I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to do nothing to disturb this print. Nothing. Bind and exec macro, huh? It's an overly sized purge tower, but it's not bad. Could be shorter. I narrowed it. It used to be twice as wide. I think it's 60 millimeters tall, the purge tower. Let's see if I can do this real quick. Oh, it's 130 millimeters tall. Yeah, I got to tune my printer. I think I need to tune my printer for sure. It can be adjusted with flushing volumes. Yes, yes. But I'm leaving the flushing volumes as they are for now. Because actually it's not, it doesn't take that, once it gets that initial first layer down on the purge tower, the rest is pretty quick. That's what the site saying, no tax is applied to it. Oh, wow. No, I'm only doing a prime tower. I'm not pooping. That people that are just coming on stream saying, oh, good, he's not pooping. If people don't know what we're talking about, just imagine how that sounds to them. Where's my picture in picture? There we go. Picture in picture. Keep forgetting to turn picture in picture on. Yeah, some need more purge than others. Depends whether you're going from dark to light or light to dark, right? Okay, now we're going to change filaments. Here, we're going to switch to this. We're getting ready to change filaments, I believe. Here we go. Come on, fingers crossed this works. Okay. Cut the filament. There we go. Now, do I need to assist this in any? No, I don't have to assist it this time. That time I didn't have to assist it. We're loading blue. So far, so good. There goes the blue. As long as I don't choke the turtle, I'm not pooping. Okay, blue is loading. We're going to do the prime tower for blue. Why did we stop? Oh, we got to get to temperature. Okay. Okay. And here comes the blue filament. So far, so good. Okay. I'm going to do a draw while we're letting this go. Hopefully this goes good. We want to do the draw for those people that are up late. Let's go ahead and switch to the display. We're going to paste all the names in here. Oops, let's move this out of the way here. Here, let's just see if I can't give you guys a view of this while we're doing the draw. So if I go down here, if I lower this, and if I zoom out a little bit, you guys can watch that while we do the draw. Look at that. Okay, we're just going to do a small little color bit here. Okay, I'm going to populate the names. There we go. We have a lot of entries here, guys. So this is for some Polymaker Filament. I want to wish every... Yeah, covers the ad too, right? So, oh, look at that. Look at that ad there. Come on, get down out of those ads. And actually, I can close the ads just by doing that. But there we go. Whoops. Wrong one. There, cover the ads. Okay, give me a number between 13. I'm just going to go with Tulsa Skin at 13. He was ahead of the game there, so I'm just going to go with 13. Ready? We're going to do 13 shuffles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And good luck to everybody. Here we go. Big draw. Well, the filament changes. Let's hope the filament changes properly this time. And the winner is... Dum da da da! Who's the winner today? Oh, look at this, look at this. Looks like we have a winner in Thunder Keys. Thunder Keys, congratulations. You are the lucky winner of Polymaker Filament Thunder Keys. Awesome. Need unblock again. So now what's happened, while we did all that stuff, is that I failed to unload 4. But congratulations, Thunder Keys. Well deserved for all the help you've been, so awesome. So I will be contacting you tomorrow, Thunder Keys, via email. And I'll send you a link and a code to claim your Polymaker win. That is awesome. Rigged, he says. Yeah. It's well deserved. It's very well deserved. Okay, we have an issue. We failed to unload lane 4. Now you did see in the trials when I was testing everything unloaded and loaded just fine. So for some reason lane 4 didn't unload. That's okay. I'm just going to make sure that we did get an actual cut, which we did. I'm going to manually unload lane 4. Okay. But I've also lost connection to my... Oh, here it is. It's initializing just my... I've lost connection on my... right here, but it's coming up right here. So lane 4 failed unload. So here's the instructions you get when this happens. Lane 4 failed unload filament. From toolhead, filament stuck in toolhead. Retract filament fully with retract button and GUI of choice to remove extruder from the extruder gears if needed, and then use lane move to fully retract behind the hub so it's not triggered anymore, and then manually load lane 3 with T2 macro. So I'm going to go up here because we're still at temperature. I'm going to retract 50 millimeters from the extruder. It should be plenty to pull the filament out of the extruder. Okay, and then I'm going to use the move, lane move, and we're going to move lane, which lane did I got to select lane 4, and we're going to move it minus 200. And it is not moving out of my tool head. So let me go ahead and see if I need to pull more out of this. Retract, retract. Okay, BT lane move. And we are still not moving. So something going on in the tool head. We are stuck. We are stuck. There we go. We are unstuck. Now I can retract lane 4, manually move it. Don't know what's going on in the tool head there. No, my tool head sensor shouldn't have stopped working. It didn't look like it cut all the way, actually. I think it might be an issue with the cutting. But I am also having an issue with this keeps dropping on me. Hmm. Hmm. What is going on? Why? Before hitting the next TN button, do unset lane loaded. Unset lane loaded. I take it that's under here. Unset. Keep dropping out. What the heck is going on? Why do I keep dropping out? Network issues not covered. I shouldn't be having network issues. I should not be having network issues. I'm fine on the Clipper screen's fine. Clipper screen's there. It's something, my network is screwing up or something. Let me try a new window. Again, live streaming, anything can happen. Your switch wire cuts out. There we go. Okay, so now that last command was, no, what was that last command I needed to do? Unset lane loaded. Manually removing lane 4 from toolhead. Oh, I see. Okay. Manually removing lane 4 from toolhead. So what's that doing for me? So it's already removed from toolhead now. Okay, so that was next time before I do that again. Okay. Let's move this back out again for minus 200. So we clear, and I think we're cleared of the, are we clear of the hub? I think, no, not quite. We're not quite clear of the hub. And one more, that'll do it. Okay, we're clear of the hub. Hub. Oh, it's just clearing the state. Oh, I get it, okay. So we're clear of the hub. So now we want to load lane T2. It's been updated with the instructions, but since you are behind, it's wrong. Okay. Okay, T2. Okay, here we go. We're going to load T2. And then we're going to hit continue. It's funny that in the initial test, it unloaded and loaded every lane fine. That didn't sound good, but let's see. And continue. There's something jammed in my extruder. That does not sound good. The extruder's clogged again. The extruder's clogged again. Let's pause. The extruder's clogged. Maybe retracting back too far when cutting. Possible, right? Let's see what's going on here. Let me just grab a piece of filament. I want to see if I can force this through. I think it's a problem in the hot end versus the turtle, to be honest. I don't think the turtle's doing everything it should. I think I'm having an issue in the actual hot end. I think I have the same issue with the hot end as I did at the beginning of the stream. I bet you any money that's the problem. Is we're having an issue in the hot end. Ah, crapadoli. Most problems are tool head related, whether it be the extruder, hot end, or cutter. Your biggest issue when tuning yours was the hot end. Yeah. Cutting was working last week. Cutting was working in the test this morning, or the beginning of the stream when we did the test on all 4 lanes. It was cutting fine. Maybe I need to put a different, I don't know, maybe the cut is straight. Well, the cut is straight. Your tool head was always the issue. And I think that's exactly what's going on here. Is the turtle's operating the way it should. It's the problems are all at the hot end, whether it be loading or unloading or something. So yeah, we'll double check the cutter when it cools down. Yeah, actually, I should actually cool it down right now. Yeah. Let's cool this down. Let's cancel the print. No sense continuing the print right now. We got to cancel her. But yeah, something. Oh, that bed is still pretty hot. I'm trying to use my fingernail to get the purge line off. There we go. Yeah, something going on in the tool head for sure. No, the filament's fresh, Clown Hammer. The filament was just fresh out of the box, sealed. There goes a flying turtle. Let that cool down a bit now. I just want to home this and get it in the middle of the bed. Let's keep this out of the way. Definitely something going on with this hot end. And my network connection, of course, because I keep dropping my network connection. Ay, ay, ay. 6 months later, oh, he's cut his serial print done. Oh, I tell you, you know, you got to laugh at these things because it's just the way it works. No, this is the filament I'm using right here. And this is the one that was trying to load, and the filament itself, it's not like, I mean, it's not no more brittle than it needs to be. I mean, I can bend it, and then it'll obviously break, but nah, I think I think it's definitely something to do with the hot end. Do you have a no clogger tool? I think I do. If you don't, you'll cry. Yeah, exactly. You mean one of these? No clogger tool? Yeah. I don't know if I can fit it in here. Oh, there we go. Wonder if that would have fixed it. I wonder if that'll fix it. I mean, that'll fix maybe this, but I want to see what's going on with the cutter. Well, I bet there's still something jammed in those gears. It is a very useful tool. It's a great little tool. It's a great little tool, this little guy. And it's an official no clogger. Yeah, yeah, actually, let's try that. I mean, but there is still something causing this. Temperature. No. No. Wham Bam has a shorter one with a T-handle. I have one, you know who else they come out with them? I have one in here that looks like this. I have one here that looks like this. Whoops. And came with, well, from FlashForge. So that would work pretty much the same. Yeah, with the nozzle heated up, it actually pushes through a little further. I don't know if I want to try this or if I want to, well, yeah. We've got the blue filament coming out of the nozzle now. Let's try the no clogger. No clogger's cooler looking. And the actual wire's almost got like a little spiral to it. Well, I could try feeding the filament through again and see. And if it misbehaves again, we could have a look at the cutter, but I've only got so long left in my stream. There we go. Okay, well, the alley's clear. Let's see if I can put the filament back in. Let's see what happens here. Let's see if I can get filament in there. Let's see if I can feed filament. Let's just see. Of course, you want me to home everything again. Yeah, I can home with this here because we're homing to the middle of the bed. No, I'm not catching on the way in. And then we just had a failure. Clipper reports shutdown error. Extruder not heating as expected rate. Verify heater. Yeah, of course. Told you this was a troubleshooting stream. There's no resistance. There's a little bit of, I think just because of the filament that's in there, but I have a feeling there might be some filament jammed in those gears again, in the extruder gears. We'll see. But my stupid network connection, I'm just going to feed filament out of here. I'm just going to use the clipper screen here to do some stuff because I can't, the computer's not connecting to it. So let's home it from here. Let's home it from here. Let's give me some light. I'm going to put my light on so I can see what's going on in here. Then I want to move my Z up a few. And I want to see if I can extrude filament now. Go 25. Speed 5 and load. Oh, not load, move. Extrude. There we go. Nope. Okay, something going on. Only you had a clipper screen. Let's do that. Like, you know what? It's 7 o'clock. My stream's over. Let me just restart this. This is ridiculous. Oh. Now we're having clipper errors. Maybe I should just rebuild my freaking Hotend. Ah. I'll try one more thing. Okay, that's, you know what? Ah. Now I gotta let the bed cool down. Oh man. Yeah, and that's the Thunder keys. That's the error I was getting. Tool had not heating at expected rate, and I keep getting these freaking dropouts on the network like this. Yeah. Well, let's oh, Tim After Dark. Because of the way the picture looks. Oh, try again. Clipper screen's working fine. It's this network. Like, why? What the heck is going on with my network here? There it is. You're gonna pop off again on me? Let me open. Let me get on. Let me hang on a minute. Let me switch back to this guy. No, this guy in here. Terra flag. You know what? Gotta laugh at this stuff. Let me look at that Clipper screen thing. What the heck? I'm gonna reprint. I'm gonna reprint. I'm gonna rebuild lane 1 because there's still that rewinding issue. Everything else in the turtle is working the way it should. The issue we're having right now is with this hot end. So it's a quick print to print the hot end. It's a simple build, so I may end up just doing a new hot end. I'll do it in the, maybe the printer's insulted because I didn't do it in the proper colors. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I could do the hardwired printer to the network. I could, because I do have the proper plugin in there. I should, when I'm doing my live streams, I should, because that way it's going to be at least reliable as far as that goes, because I do have my computer hardwired to a network hub, and I have a hub sitting right there. So, try again to prove. Yeah, I got to take that hot end apart again. There's no question in my mind. In the meantime, let me go ahead and open my Discord, and let's just see if it'll let me get into my Discord. Let's see. And is this my password? Oh, excuse me. There, I'm getting into my Discord. Thunderkey sent me a message, because he keeps hinting in there, if only. Okay, so add this to your printer data config, clipper screen config. Printer data configs, clipper screen config. Okay, let's see. Printer data config, machine. Printer data config. Clipper screen, I think you mean in here. Printer data config. Clipper screen config. Is this where you mean in here or no? 4-second lag time. Printer data config. That's printer config. That's not printer data config. Error was way too fast. I think Thunderkeys is gone. No, there he is. And there is more to the side from this bit. Oh, okay, there's more to it aside from this bit. So there's that. Oh, that's the clogger tool. Yeah, I already have that. But is this in my printer config? Printer data config, clipper screen config. Or do I have to get to that through... I didn't type that on screen. I'm sure I didn't. Clipper screen panels. Where do I... AFCPY. Install this in clipper screen style Z-bolt images. Where do I get into that? Yeah, I found that there. Thanks, Thunderkeys. And I downloaded the AFCPY file. Okay. And then this is the one you want me to install. Now, do I have to go into putty into my board to get these? Is this where I got to do this? Or do I go in here and oh, see, now we lost our connection here again. The heck? Copy over WinSCP. Okay. Yeah, because I keep losing my friggin' connection here. Let's open WinSCP. Let's get into this. Let's get into it. Okay. Let's bring this over here. Just so you all know, my password here, I'll give it away. It's Raspberry. Okay, so let's just see where he said here. So install these in clipper screen panels. So these ones here. Clipper screen panels. Let's make this bigger. Clipper screen panels. So we're going to now, so you want me to take these 3 lines and install them. Oh, hang on a minute. Or do I just install this whole thing right here? Or just these? The file that was downloaded. Oh, okay, the file that was downloaded. Sounds good. Okay. So my file that was downloaded, let me just, I'm dealing with too many screens here. Too many screens here. Downloaded. Guys, I'm an idiot when it comes to this stuff, so that's why it sounds, you know, right there. Let me move that to this monitor. Bring that in here. There we go. So afc.py. Did it. Did it. I did it. Okay, afc.py. Transfer the py file to the folder. We did that. Next instruction said install this file, clipper screen style Z-bolt. Which file? Oh, this file. Go back. Heck. Let's go. Images. 3 dots in upper right. Oh, okay. Reply, forward, copy. Copy, pin message, bookmark, apps. Copy link. Click the image. Oh, okay. 3 dots in upper right corner. Copy link. And then we're going to, when the image is open, it's not letting me download the image, but I could actually, I think I can just drag it. Yeah, I think I can just drag it or right mouse click and save image as, we'll call it BoxTurtle, and we'll put it in the, I'll put it in my download folder. Okay. Okay, put it in my download folder. We get Clipper Style Z-Bolt Images. Clipper Style Z-Bolt Images. Clipper Styles. Where did it, hang on, I'm missing. Clipper Screen Style Z-Bolt Images. Psst, my bad. Clipper Screen Style Z-Bolt Images. Okay, Clipper Screen Styles Z-Bolt Images. Then I can go ahead and take that from my download folder. And do boop boop. And that's this one. Oops, come on. I can take that and put that in here. Okay, that's in there. Okay. I know this is slow and painful, but this is me. And then add this to your printer data config, clipper screen config. Printer data config, clipper screen config, printer data config, printer data config, printer data config, clipper screen dot config. Clipper screen dot config. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, I can just add that to my config file. Okay. Do that part in main sale. Oh, okay. In main sale, if I can get the freaking main sale. So let me save this. Now let me close this, what I've been doing here, and we're going to save it. Okay, and then this one we're going to copy here, go back to main sale, which is still not open. Come on, frig's sake. Okay, so I want to put this in printer data config, clipper screen config. That's going to be printer main sale. Clipper screen config. Friggin' network. I'm telling you. It's going to be the death of me. Clipper screen config. Do not edit this below this line. This section is auto-generated. Am I in the wrong section? Where am I putting that? Printer, data, config, clipper screen config, printer data. Above line 2, you were right there in the right. Oh, I was in the right place. Okay, above line 2. Oh, right there. Okay. Command paste. Okay. So now I can save and restart. And then you say after that, handy tool as well. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so we should be. Now I just got to restart my clipper screen. I got to restart. I got to reboot, don't I? Make this all take effect. So let's see what this did for me. I'll get the camera to show the whole world. Let's see if I can get that light out of the way. Here. Man, that light is kind of distracting at the screen. So that's, oh, my whole AFC section. Oh, you can't see on the light. Hang on. There we are. So we have an AFC section now. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Ooh, pretty. Look at that. That is cool. Okay, load lane 1, load eject. That is cool. No? That's why there's no logo. Oh, there's no logo. So there should be a logo here. Did I not put the logo in the right spot? So there should be a turtle logo here, right? You didn't name it from WebP to P. Oh, WebP to PNG. Let me try that. Let me do that. WebP to PNG. Okay, let me go in and do that. While you guys admire. Here, I'll just go back over to this screen while you admire, and then we'll do it again. BoxTurtle rename. Come on. .png. Whoops. It still wants to be a web P file for some reason. Okay, let's go ahead and do properties. This is a Windows thing. I'm a idiot with Windows. PNG change. Okay, hang on a minute. I hate WebP files. I hate WebP files. I'm going to go back to this window here so I can see what you guys are screaming at me in chat. And you can also just restart the Clipper screen service from mainsail instead to have do a full Pi reboot. Oh, I get it. Okay. We're all holding out on you. Been major development lately. Okay. So I'm gonna just go back into here. I'm gonna make this one bigger again. I'm gonna right mouse click. I'm gonna go save image as, and I do not want to save it as a WebP. I want to save it as all files. BoxTurtle.png. .png. .webp. I don't want to do it .webp. I don't know why it's insisting. There we go. That should work. Okay, now. Got to go fast. Yes. Let me get back into Win. Go back into Win SCP. Okay. Be with you in a minute, guys. I promise. I don't want to upgrade WinSCP right now. No, please, just give me the original version that I was in. Okay. I'm getting there. Okay. Pi. Okay, we're in, and that was in. I'm just going to look and see where that was again, and that was in Clipper Screen Style Z-Bolt Images. Clipper Screen Styles Z-Bolt Images. Styles Z-Bolt Images. And you should be able to bring that in. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, and we'll drag that over. And we have a file in there called boxturtle.png.wep. I don't want the WEBP on the end of that, though. Come on. Rename. Get rid of the WEBP. There we go. That looks better. Okay, that should work. Okay, back into mainsail. Okay. Okay, so now, hello everyone. Ladybug, hello, hello, hello. So you can only just restart the Clipper screen service from mainsail. Okay, restart Clipper screen service from mainsail would be right there. Clipper screen service restarting. Let's see what we got now. Still AFC. The image is still not showing up as a PNG. Okay, even though I did rename it a PNG because it downloaded as a WebP. Now I think maybe I have to convert it to a PNG in an app because yeah, yeah. This is great though. I'll work on that image thing. Yes, open the image I sent you. Yes. Right click, save image. Yes. Okay, here, I'll show you what I did. I opened the image you sent me. Here, let me get the display on here. I right mouse clicked, save image as. That's the only thing I can do. And the options I get are WebBP file or nothing. I can go all files, but it's still going to save it as a WebBP file. No, no. Discord in a browser, not the native app. Yes, that could be why. That's probably why, right? Okay, so maybe what I need to do, where's my phone? Windows needs to show file extensions. If I go into Discord in here, if I click on the image here on my phone, and if I go ahead and do the ... save, okay, and if I save that image down to my phone, maybe, let's go here, save, down to my phone, and if I go into my photos, there's the photo, and then I can basically send this to myself. Let's see what it attaches it as. Let's just do, because now I'm saving it out of the app. So let's save it to, let's email it to here. Okay, we'll send it. Now I should be able to download an image on my computer. I sent it as a PNG. Yeah, it's this whole it's the browser thing. You're right. So give me 1 second here. We'll get this straightened out. I'm going to open that. So that would have come into me right now in my inbox. There it is right there. I've got the image on my desktop now. So there is the image right here in an email. If I right mouse click it, save image as, PNG image, there we go. Save it to my download folder, save. Okay, this should work. Okay, so now if I get back into here, and I'm on the images one now, if I go to my download folder, it should be this last one that I just saved, which is this one right here. I believe that's the one, PNG file. There we go. So if I take that over, bring it in, yes, we'll replace it. I'm going to get rid of this one here. There's the BoxTurtle PNG file right there. Yeah, BoxTurtle PNG. Now if I go and I do a Clipper screen restart, and we switch over to this guy. Still no logo there. Must be called BoxTurtle.png, which it was. Oh, maybe I didn't save. Hang on a minute. Maybe I need to save. Without saving, no. Oh, it should automatically save. Yeah, it restarted this time. Yeah, fix it later. Yeah, yeah. So that's interesting. So there's maybe a little issue with that, right? Because I think I did everything correctly there. It was an actual PNG file this time. So yeah. I think I did it right. So, you know. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm just checking double checking right now and making sure it is called BoxTurtle in there. BoxTurtle.png, and if I open the file, it's a bunch of gibberish, but yeah. Because yeah, there it is. There it is in there, right there, BoxTurtle.png in the images folder. OMPI, Clipper Screen Style, Z-Bolt Images. Yeah. Okay. Go to the panel and look around. Yeah. Let's just close this off. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Here, we'll just have a look around in here. So more. So calibration. Okay, so you can do all the calibration from in here. LEDs, you can turn the LEDs on and off. Macros, cut, brush, kick, poop, prep. We have our move. Oh no, that's a different one. Extrude sensors. We have our sensors where we can tell all our sensors here. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's a good question, Jack. But yeah, there's all our sensors. Can refresh our sensors. Okay. Our lane moves. Our lane, select which lane to move. So lane 2, etc. And we can move back. We can move the distance to move, and we have preset distances. Okay, and then move. It's pretty cool. We can extrude from here. We can load and eject our lanes. Lane 1, lane 2, lane... Oh, so from here we can basically say I want to change. Whoops. Oh, and we can pick our color filament in here. That's pretty cool. Filament type, remaining weight. Yeah, this is cool. Very cool. This is very cool. Lane T0. We can change any lane from here. Load, eject, none. We can put our weights of our filament left in here so that it... So obviously if we're going to put our filament in here, remaining weight, if we put a full roll in, we put in here 1 kilogram or 100 grams or 1,000 grams. We can put our filament type in our filament type in here. That is very cool. Tells us up here that lane 3 is loaded. Okay, cool. Very cool. If you click, yeah, it has colors on the spool. So I can say, okay, this is lane 4, and I've got a light blue. So I can go select. And I go back. Oops. Lane 4. Select my light blue. And then say select. And say update. Oh, there we go. Do the update and return. Why is my spool color changing? Red. Go to light blue. Go select. Okay. And if I hit update and return, we're not getting our color there, but that could be a bug. Maybe not work yet. Yeah, exactly. So lane 1 is green. Select, and update, turn. Yeah, that's probably just not working yet. But yeah, that is very cool. That is very cool to have that on Clipper screen. So that is awesome. Sounds like the family's back. That is awesome. Well, I'm gonna work on I'm gonna rebuild this hot end. I'm going to reprint and rebuild the hot end. just because I can, and I think that may be an issue with the cutter. Who knows? Who knows? But sometimes rebuilding something, just redoing something, makes things work a little better. But there's definitely an issue in the hot end because the BoxTurtle, as we saw at the beginning of the stream, was doing everything it should. It was loading, it was cutting, it was unloading, it was loading the next one, cutting, unloading. All 4 lanes did fine. So we're having jam issues in the hot end though. There's something just not quite right in there. So I think my goal this week, if I get the time, remember I'm working alone at my full-time business for the next 2 weeks. I'm going to be a busy person because we're busy as well there. I'm going to do my best to get that done by next weekend, rebuild this, and I'll actually print it in the proper colors for the printer. But we'll get that rebuilt and we'll try it again. And we'll start again, and hopefully we get this. I'm not in a rush to get the serial print done. I want to do this properly, and I want to have a good print to actually have. I don't want to just have a crappy print and have all these issues and say, yeah, there we go, it works. I'd rather have this thing working properly and doing what it should be doing. So yeah. I think you need to input the type and weight as well to update all. Yeah, possibly. We'll play with that. We'll play with that through the week here. But anyways, that's good. Congratulations again, Thunder Keys, on winning your filament. And I will get you that information tomorrow morning. And thank you, everybody, for watching. I sincerely appreciate it. It looks like we still have about, let's see. There's still 50 of you on here. Listen, I appreciate you all so much. And, you know, I feel like apologizing for the delays in this thing and getting it working, but hey, this is reality. This is a live stream. This is the crap that happens when you're into the hobby like this. This stuff happens, right? But it's a matter of how you handle it and just being patient to get it to work. So it is what it is. There we go. Anyways, listen, before we're not going to drag it out. I don't have an exit screen yet or anything like that. What does this do? Is there any music in the background now? Better not do that. I'll get demonetized again. Anyways, listen, guys, thank you very much for being here again. The only thing I can do to shut this stream down is say end stream because I don't have a closing window yet because I haven't been working on that. We've been trying to work on getting the sound going for the best. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'm not going to drag this goodbye out, but we'll see you guys. Maybe an impromptu stream during the week. We'll see how busy I am. We'll try and get this hot end rebuilt for next week, and we'll pick it up again next Sunday and take another kick at the cat. So talk to you guys later. Have a good week. Take care for now, and happy Easter again.